I need to get something off my chest. If you're somebody who reads the Bible, and I'm not just talking about a couple verses here and there, I mean somebody who dives deep into the scriptures, not just reading your favorite devotional, but you question things, you wrestle with it, you look at culture, you look at context, you look at covenants. If you're somebody who does that, then you know there is tension, because the moment you start rightfully dividing the word, and the moment you start teaching other people what God has shown you, you will start to feel it. The pushback, the criticism, the slander, the mocking, side eyes from Christians who say they love truth if it only fits their systems. I've lost count how many times I've heard Christians say, you can lose your salvation. You better endure till the end. If you're lukewarm, you're going to get spat out. Christians can still go to hell if they slip up enough times. Jesus will say to a Christian, to a believer, to a follower of Christ, depart from me, for I never knew you. Every single one of these statements laced in fear, fueled by performance, void of the cross. See, I've learned something. People don't realize how deeply they've been discipled into religion. They think they're honoring God by clinging to fear-based obedience, but they're actually denying what Jesus finished. And I gotta be honest with you, that grieves me. Because when I teach security in Christ, when I teach believers that they can trust in Jesus and they can feel safe and secure in Him, when I show them that they can rest in what Jesus already did, I get backlash from believers, from people who claim to know Him. But if they really knew Him, we wouldn't be this divided. If we truly understood the cross and we truly understood all that Christ has accomplished, our messages would align. We'd be proclaiming the same thing. It is finished. But instead, we get platforms filled with law and shame. We get sermons about behavior, about giving, and about performance, as if the cross didn't already take care of it. And you know what? That's wild. The message that contains the wisdom of God, the very power of God, gets preached only twice, on Easter and Christmas. Every other Sunday, it's a TED Talk. It's how to be a better person, how to earn blessings, how to keep from slipping up. Guys, the cross is not just a holiday topic. It's the whole point. I'm taken back, and I have this thought that flows through my mind often. How do you ever conjure up the courage to start a ministry with no intentions of preaching the cross? Now, when I preach that, when I post videos teaching people about their identity in Christ, to stop striving and to start trusting, I get labeled. I get accused of being soft on sin. I get accused of promoting sin. When I tell somebody they can't lose their salvation, the pushback is usually the same. But here's what they don't understand. Grace isn't soft. It's sharp. It cuts off the lie that you can earn what Jesus has already paid for. I want to see people delivered, not guilted, transformed, not terrified, set free, not shackled to religion in Jesus' name. I feel two things often: annoyance and grief. Annoyed because I can tell that most of the opposition hasn't done the work. It's just recycled sermons and TikTok theology. And grief because these same people are still bound, so scared of messing up that they never experience the joy and freedom that Jesus actually purchased for them. They live like the cross didn't work. Now, I study, I research, I pray. I'm careful with what I teach because I know people are listening. And I refuse to speak something in the atmosphere that I know does not align with God. Not hype, not shame, not the traditions of men dressed up as doctrine. I teach Jesus. And I know this is strong, but I'm tired of seeing people walk away from the church. Not because they haven't met Jesus, but because they couldn't survive the religion that was presented in his name. They'll say things like, I left Christianity and I finally became free. I learned to love myself outside of the church. And I get it. But what they left wasn't Christianity. They left religion. And I left that too. I hate religion. I hate religion. I hate the shame it pushes. I hate the confusion it sows. I hate how it makes people afraid to even breathe in God's presence. That's not Jesus. That's not the gospel. The gospel is power. It's peace. It's reconciliation. It's identity. Not in process. Not in progress. In completion. Jesus did it. All of it. So now, my goal is to help people rest, to help them actually know the real Jesus, not the scary one people weaponize, not the fragile relationship people warn about, but the Jesus who saves to the uttermost, who holds you even when you stumble, who calls you righteous because of his work, not yours. That's the gospel. And I'll keep preaching it, even if it means tension, even if it means I lose followers, even if it means people misunderstand me. Because the real ones, the ones that God is drawing, they will hear it. They'll feel the difference and they'll know this is what I've been looking for. If you've been walking in fear, trying to be enough, come rest. Come see the Jesus the cross revealed. He's better than what you were told.